The OH Report proudly presents high school basketball, and we welcome you live to Crestview High School, where the Cougars tonight take on the Western Reserve Roughriders in Firelands Conference action. David Wilson along with Travis Berardi. Welcome to our Friday night coverage. We peek into a very compelling Firelands race. Crestview 9-9 overall, 8-4 in the conference. Western Reserve 9-8, 7-5 in league play. These teams are chasing Monroeville and Plymouth, who are sitting atop the league as this season heads down the home stretch. This is a rematch of a January 9th game when Crestview defeated Western Reserve 60-53 over in Collins. Our Sutton Bank pregame show is just ahead. We'll get you closer to tip-off when we continue in just a moment. You're watching high school basketball on the OH Report.
I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut. Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, Coach.
Do it again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again. Berardi, get in here and show them how it's done. Yes, Coach.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Welcome back to our Sutton Bank pregame show presented by our friends at Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. David Wilson along with Travis Berardi. It is Crestview and Western Reserve. Travis, good evening to you, partner.
Hello, sir.
You know, it's like you fed a stray cat. I just show up at every game you're assigned to now.
Right. Hey, it's a good combination, though. This is second time we're going to be here talking with the Crestview folks. We didn't realize this, but every time we're here with Crestview, they pull off a big victory. So we'll see if they can do that to stay in the conference race. But Chris Sheldon's Western Reserve Roughriders have something to say about that.
Well, last time we were here, they came up with really one of their biggest wins of the season.
Yeah.
That was against Monroeville, and they are coming off a big win, and we'll talk more about that in just a second. But let's start to preview these two teams here, Travis. We'll start with the visitors from the Western Reserve Roughriders. They had an overtime setback at St. Paul on Saturday. Their second straight loss. They are still over 500. In fact, one of 7 Firelands teams at 500 or better overall. This is a league that has just beat up on each other this year.
Yeah, and you're seeing that especially as of late. We thought Plymouth was going to run away with it, but then Plymouth dropping one at the buzzer to Crestview in a game you saw last week. Monroeville beating them. Western Reserve had a close game with Monroeville. If they didn't lose their last 2 games, they'd be right in the thick of things as well.
All right, there is our player to watch for the Roughriders. That's Chase Hipp. He's a 6'2 senior. Little Valentine's Day
it is Valentine's Day weekend, yeah.
Nicely done, Travis. As we
all Adam
present.
Thompson, yeah.
There's Chase, 13 points a game, 5 boards. He dishes it out as well. And this is a guy who really has enjoyed playing in this building. Last year as a junior, 27 points, 5 threes. He's glad to be back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He loves shooting in this place. But also 19 points against St. Paul. They're going to need him to put up a big number once again if they want to knock off the Crestview Cougars.
Well, speaking of the Cougars, let's take a look at them in depth. 9-9 on the year. They have won 3 in a row. 5 of their last 6. That puts them in the enviable spot that they have, which is 1 game out of first place in the Firelands Conference. Of course, Ben McClay in his first year heading up the Cougars. As far as a player to watch for Crestview tonight, no question about it, it's Karter Goon. He was the hero of their win against Plymouth, 47-45. He knocked down a bank shot from the foul line to win it on Saturday. Double-double average. He also drops some dimes every night, 3 assists per game. He'll need to come up big tonight, Travis.
Yeah, that was the 3rd chance he had at a buzzer beater. He missed the first 2, but then in the biggest game that they had so far this season to keep them alive in the conference race on his 18th birthday, Banks went in, gets them the win, and he had a big game against Western last time. They're going to need him to do the same here tonight.
All right, we are getting closer to the tip-off of tonight's game, and we come right back. We will have the starting lineups. We'll check some keys to the game, and we'll get this one underway. It is Crestview and Western Reserve tonight from Crestview High School, and our coverage continues right around the corner on the OH Report.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Our Sutton Bank pregame show continues from Crestview. The Cougars taking on the Roughriders this evening. Second meeting of the year. Western Reserve fell at home to Crestview 60-53 back on January the 9th. Let's check those starting lineups. First off for Western Reserve, they are coached by veteran coach Chris Sheldon. He'll go with Hayden Keith at one guard spot. Keith, a 6-foot senior, averaging 5 a game. Caleb Posh will start in the backcourt, 5'8". He's a senior, averaging 4. Hayden Tobias will start in the backcourt as well, a 6-foot senior. He's in double figures, averaging 11, and he wears number 11. Tyler Wood will start at a forward spot, 6'1". He's a senior, averaging 4, and then it all boils down to Chase Hipp, the 6'2" senior sharp shooter. He averages 13 per game. Let's check the keys to the victory, Travis, for the Western Reserve Roughriders. As we said, they had sort of a late game breakdown, lost that game in overtime with some late turnovers. Thus, Chris Sheldon, he wants to see some better execution at crunch time.
Absolutely. You can't, especially in a game like that where you could have kept your conference championships alive. Got to get the big shot late, got to get a big stop as well, and also more balance.
Yeah, they've got to have some other contributors to help out Chase Hipp. For Crestview and Ben McClay, he'll go with the starting 5 of Daniel Wells, the 6-foot sophomore. He pumps in 14 a night. Max Durbin will start at a wing, 6'2". He's a senior. Karter Goon also at a forward spot, the 6'4" senior, averaging 17. Caden Kissel, 6'2" junior. He'll start on the front line. And Drew Spohr, the senior swingman, 6'4", the senior, averaging 11 a night. We know what kind of a factor he can play in the Crestview fortunes. Let's check those keys. Ben McClay wants to dictate the pace, and he feels they have a size advantage that they can exploit tonight.
Yes, they do. And Wells and Goon, if they can do the same thing they did in the first time around against Western Reserve, they would be in good shape. Coach Sheldon telling me before the game, we have to limit them, we have to double them, we have to keep the touches away from those two, and we will have a chance. On the other side, the more times they have the ball in their hands, the better they have a chance for the Cougars to stay alive in the Firelands Conference race.
We are underway, and the Roughriders will have the first possession, and it goes right into the hands of Chase Hipp. We'll swing it around. First touch inside for Hayden Keith. Back cut, layup, not there, but a foul as Kissel tried to catch up defensively. He'll pick up the personal. We get our first replay of the night. You see the nice back cut right there for Tyler Wood. He will go to the free throw line. Our instant replays tonight brought to you by the Crestview Athletic Booster Club.
So, I mean, it's Sheldon basketball right there. A set play to open things up. Doesn't get the bucket to fall, but at least they go 1 for 2 and get the first point of the game.
So the Roughriders on the board. Here come the Cougars now. This is Caden Kissel with it. Western Reserve starting out in the man-to-man. And drawing the defensive assignment on Goon is Hayden Tobias. And there is Karter Goon with the nice jump stop and the finish at the rim. Took a hit, knocked down the shot anyway. 2-1 Crestview.
Yeah, I mean, that's just strong with the basketball, just like we saw or against them last time. Makes it 2-0 on the easy take, and unforced error on the other end. A little momentum, Crestview.
That pass had a little bit of zip on it. We'll go back to the Goon play. You get one to fall like that early, that might put you in a good frame of mind. 2-1, 1 minute into the game, just getting warmed up on a Friday night here at Crestview High. Karter Goon handles the basketball, gives it to Kissel, and now to Spohr as they run that weave at the top. Goon pressed far out toward the timeline.
Yeah, a lot of movement from Crestview here. They're going to look for a lot of backdoor opportunities.
Wells thought about chucking it up there, instead drives into the paint, runs into a crowd. Durbin, he fights his way to the glass and banks it home. His first shot of the night and his first 2.
And again, taking it right at the bucket, taking the contact, but still being strong with it.
That was one of the keys that McClay talked about, attacking the rim. Get it inside. That's Posh down low, and it's knocked away. Last touched by Goon.
And here's that take again. You got the contract, but you stayed strong with the ball.
Baseline right, inbound. Hipp throws it in. They'll try and get him freed up. They get him the ball. He'll launch the three on the right. Front rim, no. Drew Spoor, his second rebound. Here come the Cougars. They end up with a 3-on-2, but a charging foul and a turnover.
Yeah, he had position there. Just tried to go right through him. Offensive foul. It's the right call.
Crestview Athletic Booster Club, proudly serving Cougar athletics for more than 40 years. One turnover apiece. 4-1 Cougars. 2 minutes into the first quarter. Nice cut by Hipp. He got the pass. Lays it in. That's his first two. Chase Hipp, very smooth move right there. 4-3.
Yeah, they gave him too much space. He just wrapped around the paint, used his left arm to shield, and got the bucket.
Free ball not there. Rebound pulled down by Wood. Tyler Wood gets it back to Hipp. Same play, same result.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 5-4.
5:10 to go first quarter. Chase Hipp with 4 early points. Jumper on the way. Kissel, yes. Left wing three. Teams are heating up. 7-5. First three ball of the night. 4:55 to go first quarter. Went back to Hipp. He was shut off on the baseline. Pass out front. Then the shot is blocked by Drew Spoor. He gets the return feed and draws the foul. Tobias picks up the personal, his first. Drew Spoor will head to the foul line. Go back to that nice looking three by Caden Kissel. Well, Drew Spoor to the foul line. 11 points. He can really dominate on the glass, as we've seen him do a number of times. But we might see, I think so far, Travis, some residual effects from that emotional win on Saturday. The Cougars have come out fired up.
Yeah, they need to. That's a win that could really boost you into the tournament side of the season. Coach McClay, I mean, his on-conference schedule is tough. That's why they have the amount of losses they do, is that corner three in and out.
Up for grabs and an offensive rebound. Nicely done. They fed it off to Keith. He gets the finish. It's at 9-7. Well done there by Tyler Wood. Another three ball by Kissel won't go. Wood down with the rebound, his second. 9-7 ball game. Kick out for Posh. Tipped out after the miss, and it's finally grabbed by Wells. Cougars on the attack, 2-point game. First quarter. That's a turnover. Started to run out of real estate really quick there.
Yeah, just a good closeout there by Hipp. Forced the bad throw. But for Crestview, don't let the record deceive you. They played an undefeated Crestview team. They played Ontario, who's been very good this year in Division 4. Those non-conference victories, some tough losses early on. A New London loss, kind of a head-scratcher, but they really corrected things, and now they're back to being, a contender not even in the conference, but if they can get a good draw, maybe make it at least back to a district championship game.
That's what Ben McClay is hoping for in D6. They had 2 one-point losses on their schedule, so that could have easily given them 11 wins. 9-9 as we watch them here tonight. There's Hipp, long three, left it short. Offensive rebound, put back up, no good by Keith. And another offensive rebound, this time by Cooper Rowe, who is in off the bench.
Seeing Western Reserve being physical early on, that's a beautiful move inside the lane.
Tyler Cooper off the bench. The sophomore had 12 in their game on Saturday. That's his first 2, and he ties things up.
That's just being strong. If you want to be a very good player in the paint, you have to have at least one good post move. He does, and that's what it was.
Well, 2 offensive rebounds there, so they had 3 cracks at the basket. This is Keener who is in. Top of the key. Robinson will fire for Crestview. No, Goon with the rebound. Goon, 2 points. That's his first board. Here's Wells with a move, and he uses the glass. And he has his first 2. Back and forth we go, 11-9.
Yeah, Wells, I mean, you can't get any separation from him.
Lob pass taken away, tipped and then grabbed by Keener. Goon, spin move, triple team, fade away, pure.
I mean, he makes that look so easy.
4 straight by the Cougars, 13-9, 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Big matchup here again, pivotal game in the standings.
Goon and Wells, 6 of the 13 points.
Nice give and go, Keith from Hipp. Aiden Keith with his 4th point. Very well designed and executed play, 13-11 now.
This is Firelands Conference basketball at its best. Teams knocking each other out, teams sticking with each other here early on.
Jumper on the way, Robinson was left all alone. Hipp will grab the miss.
He's not a great three-point shooter. Coach Sheldon would love for that to continue.
Aiden Keith running the court. Hipp with back-to-back assists. And that makes it 13-13 and a timeout taken by Coach McClay. This is a 30. Timeouts brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio. Proud to support our local athletes. They know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Let's get to work.
We talked about Wells and Goon having 6 of the 13. Well, here are 6 of the 13 from Western Reserve coming from Mr. Hayden Keith, and that balance we talked about. You talked about Chase Hipp always scoring, but now Hayden Keith getting 6 points early on. That's what they're going to need to do. They need to cancel. They need somebody to help cancel out Wells and Goon. And early on, there's your man.
Moving without the basketball.
Yes.
That has been the key. And Western Reserve doing some great cutting, getting some open looks and high percentage shots. And there's a steal. 3rd turnover against the Cougars. It's Hipp at the other end. 360 spin, and he lays it in. Hipp filling it up here in the first quarter with 6. To a 2-point Western Reserve lead, and we're under a minute to go in the first quarter. Wells. Durbin up top, that is Keener. Jumper on the way, Spohr. Looked good coming off, a little strong, and an offensive rebound. That was Durbin on the board. Keener looking for help. It's Durbin for 3. Too strong, rattles out. Rebound down to Evan Goodwin of Western Reserve.
Cougars are a team that likes to shoot the 3, and if they're off just a little bit, that's going to allow Western Reserve to just continue to stay close in this game and do what they've been doing best in this first quarter, getting to the hoop.
Hipp saved a turnover there, and they hold for the last shot. 7 to go in the quarter. Hipp down the right lane line, missed the shot. Rebound to Goon. He will launch three-quarter court, well short. And that brings us to the end of 1. An entertaining start to this game. Western Reserve on the road. They hold a 2-point lead. We'll get second quarter play-by-play going when we come right back just around the corner on the OH Report.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
We are ready to go for second quarter. Western Reserve in their traveling blue uniforms, Crestview in their home whites. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hope you're enjoying our coverage of high school basketball. Great time of year as these teams are vying for conference championships, tournament seeding. Roughriders up by 2. And it is Cougars ball to start play here in the second quarter. Interesting first quarter, Travis, as both teams trying to establish territory. Cougars starting to settle for some threes in that late stages of the first quarter.
And it's guys that don't take a ton of threes, and you're seeing Coach Sheldon playing help side with those defenders, kind of egging them on to take those threes, and they haven't been able to hit.
They switch into a zone this time, and it forces the turnover, and again they run the break to perfection. Cooper Rowe gets the finish. And it's a 17-13 lead. It's the largest of the game for Western Reserve, and they'll set up in that 2-1-2 zone here. That is Evan Goodwin at the top. That lanky, long reach, and they do get a foul here.
Here's the bucket on the other end, but you're seeing that Crestview, after that first made 3, really hasn't been hitting anything, so Coach Sheldon filling up the zone, going back into a 2-1-2, an extended 2-3 zone there. And they're saying, until you start making them, I'm just going to continue to pack the lane and keep you from driving, because that's what Crestview does really well as well.
Driving. That's Durbin. Slipped, lost it on the way up. We'll call it a shot and a rebound. Wood with his third board. Free ball, perfect. Knocked in by Cooper Rowe. He had the fast break layup a moment ago. Now he knocks down a 3. 5 points on the night. The lead is out to 7 for the Western Reserve Roughriders, who have come in executing an outstanding game plan on both ends of the court. Seeing a little bit of a Princeton-like offense with some of those back cuts. Now heating up from the outside as well.
It's an 11-0 run. And these are all of the 11-0 run. They're getting to the hoop, but then, hey, let's hit a 3 as well. And Western Reserve looking very strong early on, and it's all with that 2-3 zone. It's all with Crestview settling for the 3 early on, and that allowed Western Reserve to change things up, say, okay, you're going to keep throwing these up and not making them. I'm going to play a different defense until you start making them, and then we go back into that man-to-man zone, because early on they hit the 3, but then they were taking it to the hoop. You had a nice fadeaway by Goon. Wells was getting there. But now it just completely changes the complexion by this 2-1-2 or extended 2-3 zone.
Well, it was 13-9 Cougars. And as Travis mentioned, 11 straight by Western Reserve. They are turning defense into offense. Looks like they kind of have a box and one right now. There's a 3 ball. That's up and good. Top of the key, 3. Who knocked that one down, Travis? I did not see.
That was Wells.
Wells. Okay, he's got 5 points. Makes it 20-16 and stops the bleeding. And now inside, a travel against Tyler Cooper.
Here's the replay of the.
See, Cooper made a nice move there.
Did a little bit of a shuffle before he got into it. And, I mean, Wells right out of the timeout, steps straight up, hits a huge 3, and kind of settles the Cougars down.
6:07 to go before halftime. Wells with the ball. He averages 14 a night. So they've got Cooper on Goon, and the other 4 guys in that 2-2 alignment. Shot not there. A rebound down to Cooper Rowe, who's filling up the stat sheet. That's his second rebound.
Western out rebounding Crestview by 3, 9-6.
Long 3, good. Tyler make it Evan Goodwin with his first basket. Right now, Western Reserve clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, only 1 3 in the first quarter. We already have 3 in the first 2.5 minutes of the second.
Spoor fakes the 3. They close out on him. Bad pass, stepping in the passing lane. Cooper fires a pass. Saved inbounds. They set up a 3 ball, but it's not there. Durbin on the attack, tries to go coast to coast. He'll get fouled. Chris Sheldon was lobbying for a travel. Well, here's the foul right here.
I think the contact came before that third step.
They got Evan Goodwin on the foul. Our officials tonight, Shane Alexander, Chris Hartness, Alan Schnellinger making the impartial calls. And that one rattles out for Max Durbin, the senior.
You have to think with Crestview, there's going to be a run coming. It's just how much of one is it, and can Western Reserve sustain it?
1 out of 2. Durbin has 3 points. 2-possession game, 23-17, 5 to go. Before halftime, Western Reserve and Crestview in round 2. Dangerous pass into the post, and it's stolen away by Crestview. 4th turnover against Western Reserve. Setting up 3. Durbin got it. He rattles it in. 23-20. Max Durbin hits the jackpot. He's got 6 points and another bad pass. Picked off again by Goon. Wells to the rack. Got fouled. Free throws coming up for Daniel Wells. And they're back to their original game plan there, Travis, attacking the rim on those turnovers.
I wasn't expecting the run from Crestview to come immediately after I said it, but it is. A couple just unforced errors by Western on the other side, trying to force it into the paint. You'd figure they'd try and slow things down to get it open look. They forced it in there twice. 2 turnovers, one is a 3. The next one here is free throws. Just like that's a 4-0 Crestview run, maybe 5-0 to cut it to 2 here with this free throw. And they do.
Daniel Wells knocks down the free throw, 23-21. Posh with the ball, and I think he stepped on the sideline. Turnover number 6. You see the turnover right there.
Just on the sideline. The referee was right by him.
This is Goon with it. He's been somewhat quiet here. 4 points in the first half. Pull-up jumper, Wells, no. Rebound to Durbin.
Oh, my.
Throws it up and in. What a play. That ties the game.
I mean, David Wells is a pitcher, old pitcher.
He would have never made that shot.
No, but Daniel Wells, absolutely.
Into the hands of Rowe for 3. No. Good box out there. Durbin grabs another rebound. 7 points on the night for Daniel Wells. Now it's Drew Spohr. He splits 2 defenders and sinks the shot. And Chris Sheldon wants a timeout. Drew Spohr now with his first field goal. He has 4 points. And just like that, a 9-0 run for Crestview. And they take a 25-23 lead as we see the Spohr layup. You manifested the Cougars run with your words. I was thinking about maybe a new car. You want to try
I would like one. Yes, I would like one there. But we're looking at the runs currently. 3 field goals and some made. I mean, that's just
crazy.
This is all started. Didn't see the beginning of it, but that was a good jab step by Spohr. Kind of brought the defender to his left, thinking he's going baseline. He's able to get around him, and then the strong up and under take for the hoop. We'll see that. Show that to you one more time right here. There's the jab step, and then just strong with it to continue now the run by the Cougars, who lead by 2.
Drew Spohr, one of their top shooters, and a streaky shooter at that, and very capable of getting to the rim like we just saw. Very athletic move there between 2 Rough Rider defenders. 2-point lead.
Yeah, so here's the run by Crestview. Can Western sustain it? Can they get a couple buckets to keep it even or close as we get to the break? Very pivotal 3:15.
Looks like the Cougars now are trying their hand at a 1-2-2 zone. Air ball from the corner. Karter Goon caught it. This is Wells, the kick out. Kissel, nice feed underneath. There's Drew Spohr. Give Kissel the assist, and Spohr with the easy bucket. He has 6 points. Beautifully run play there 4-point lead, make it 1. Oof. Crestview, I should say Western Reserve, answers with a Cooper Rowe 3, his second of the game, and he has 8 points. 27-26.
They really needed that bucket. It's now Western that's settling for the threes.
Off the mark by Durbin. Tyler Cooper grabbed the rebound. Now here's Chase Hipp. Take by Rowe. He'll fire another 3. He's feeling it. Just to the left of the key. Rowe has knocked down 11 points. 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
And just like Crestview at the beginning of the quarter, forcing Western out of that zone for a couple made threes, now it's Western doing the same thing. And that's going to be free throws.
Goon draws the foul. Looks like they got Rowe on the personal, his first. Team foul number 4. No fouls in the second quarter on Crestview. Back to the free throw line. Free throw is brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio. Goon misses it.
Here's the play again. He was trying to say he was in position for the charge, but you see he was turned a little bit. If he stayed straight with them and was in front, he would have made that, but he would have gotten the charge call, I should say. But I guess ball don't lie anyway, because 0 for 2 go to Cougars.
Leave those points on the table. Another rebound for Tyler Cooper, and now he works hard underneath. Got his own miss. Missed the bunny again. So the Roughriders walk away empty-handed. Jumper Wells off the mark. Chase Hipp grabs the rebound for Western Reserve.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity for Cooper and could not finish it.
Step back 3, way off the mark. Goon another board. It leads to a Cougar break. Shot won't go in on the layup for Wells, and now he steals it. He took it away from Goodwin on the turnover. Goon, yes. Half a dozen for Karter Goon. They score off the turnover there. 7 giveaways by Western Reserve. We have a minute to go here in the second quarter. 29 apiece.
And that's why Coach Sheldon said we need to keep the ball out of their hands, because they can just create points that way.
That went off the rim, and it comes off long to Durbin. Goon gets tied up. Good defense there by Hipp.
Yeah, it'll be a turnover. Just going right at the ball and grabbing it.
2 stars locked up on the ball right there, and the arrow favors Western Reserve. 42 seconds left. What do you do here, Travis? You think they'll try to hold it?
I mean, Crestview getting the ball out of the half, unless you get an open shot like that.
That was a pretty good look. Off the mark, and Drew Spohr goes flying in there for the rebound, which he ripped down.
This is where you wait for the final shot. You're under 30. You get the ball out of the half. Get that double dip.
Wells picked up by Rowe. Western Reserve in the man-to-man now. Drew Spohr checks the clock. 10 seconds to go. Ben McClay says, let's run it. 6 to go in the quarter. Spohr gets it out. Durbin for 3. Off the flange. Not there. Keith with the rebound, and his heave hit the glass. But that brings us to the end of the first half, and we are deadlocked 29 apiece. Great first half of action, a first half of runs for both teams, Travis.
Absolutely, and the Roughriders getting inside, getting those buckets, forcing Crestview early on to miss some open threes, and then on the other side in quarter number 2, Crestview made some threes, pulled Western out. Crestview getting into the paint, going to that 2-3 zone, keeping Western from going in with the layups, but then they started hitting threes. Those 3 threes by Rowe, big in that way, and we're back to even.
Crestview won the second quarter 16-14. Our players to watch both have 6 points, Karter Goon and Chase Hipp, but as we said, Western Reserve needing a little bit of help from the supporting cast, and they're getting it tonight with Cooper Rowe, who has knocked down some threes and has 11 points.
Yeah, you have to get that balance from somebody, and tonight it's coming off the bench by the junior guards.
All right, we'll take a timeout here. We are at halftime, 29 apiece. Rough Riders and Cougars will continue after this timeout on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut, Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach.
Do it again? Again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again. Berardi! Get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, coach.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Tonight's Firelands Conference action brought to you on the OH Report and the NFHS Network. Thanks to our generous sponsors. Sutton Bank earned a cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Simonson Construction Services, from concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. The Crestview Athletic Boosters, proudly serving Cougar athletics for more than 40 years. Go Cougars. Kissel's Landscaping, Spraying and Painting. Contact Kissel's Lawn Care for all your snow plowing, spraying, painting, and lawn care needs. Spherion Mid-Ohio. Spherion Mid-Ohio is proud to support our local athletes. We know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Let's get to work. Thank you, everybody, for allowing us to bring you these games on the OH Report and the NFHS Network. Some first half highlights, and then we'll be back with the Sutton Bank halftime report after this.
We are back here at Crestview High School. Our halftime show continues, presented by our friends at Sutton Bank. David Wilson along with Travis Berardi and our camera operator Desmond Lawrence. First half scoring numbers, Crestview, Ben McClay played 6, 5 scored, none in double figures. Wells with 7, Durbin with 5, Goon scored 6, Kissel 3, Spore 6. Get a look at the team numbers there. As far as individuals for Western Reserve, Chris Sheldon played 8, 6 scored, 1 in double figures. Hayden Keith 6, Rowe leading everybody with 11. Wood scored 1, Chase Hipp 6, Goodwin 3, and Cooper 2. Travis, you're looking at the team numbers there. What jumps off the page to you?
How even it's been.
Yeah.
Just that's it. 1 more 3 by Western, but 3 more made free throws by Crestview. Both teams had runs in the first half. Both teams were able to sustain said runs to keep in it. And, yeah, that was a very even battle through one half, and a battle for a conference that has been pretty much even at the top as you look at it right here.
Yeah, Monroeville and Plymouth in the driver's seat right now. Each of those will have another conference game coming up. Crestview and Western Reserve playing tonight. Crestview needs this game to stay within striking distance. They will have a game next Friday at home against St. Paul here to close out their conference schedule. So really anything can still happen, but a lot on the line in this game for Crestview.
And you were talking about it, all but one team is at 500 or above.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Nuts when it comes to the Firelands Conference, but we should be in for a great second half. Western Reserve can play spoiler as they still play both. Well, they get in Plymouth coming up, and they have Crestview right now. Monroeville has the easiest schedule, taking on South Central and Mapleton, but you never know in this conference if there's an upset.
That's exactly right. We're underway here in quarter 3. Crestview ball, Drew Spore throws it out to Kissel, way off the mark on the 3, and the weak side rebound for Hipp. Just underway, third quarter on our Friday night presentation of high school basketball.
It was a good look, just way offline.
Wood gets it to Hipp, long range 3 on the left. And the rebound for Durbin. Continues to work hard on the glass. That is his 5th rebound, long 3 on the left. That rattles out. Tyler Wood clears it for Western Reserve. You're right, they have another game left against Plymouth. There's a nice shot. That's Tobias with his first bucket.
Yeah, after seeing everybody settle for threes, that was a good look. Took an extra dribble inside the lane and nailed it.
Love those mid-range jumpers. Those 2-pointers add up, Travis.
Yes, they do.
Got an illegal screen here. I think they might have gotten Wells. Yep. Daniel Wells picks up his second foul. No one in real foul trouble here. In fact, I think Wells is the only player in the game with 2.
There's that mid-range jumper just around that elbow area. Highest percentage of shots outside the paint, that elbow area.
Western Reserve gets it inside. Now it's knocked away and a steal. That's the 8th turnover for Western Reserve.
Yeah, turnover is 8-7 right now, and that's where you want it if you're head coach Chris Sheldon being the, I guess, quote-unquote underdog in this game with the quotations because these two teams are so balanced. But that's a big margin whenever you're the underdog.
Drew Spoor had it knocked away, goes right over to Kissel. Goon cutting through the lane, couldn't get it to him. Kissel, open look, not there. They'll get Goon on an on-the-back foul. That'll be his first. 6:12 to go, third quarter. Both of these teams playing the first of a back-to-back. Mansfield Christian here at home tomorrow for Crestview. That's a 7:30 game. Western Reserve will be at home against Edison.
Crestview game tomorrow night will be live at
That's right.
3. Brian Skoronsky be on the call.
Chase Hipp down the lane, right-hand layup, good.
And that's what they need to get back to, is what they got started with. The strong takes to the hoop. Chase Hipp's the one to do it.
Western Reserve with 4 straight points to start the third quarter. That's Goon. High rate of speed down the lane, missed it off the back iron, and Chase Hipp grabs the board. Nice pass to Keith. Open look, no. Long rebound to Posh.
Oh, what a stop.
That's a nice shot by Tobias. It wouldn't go down the hatch, and Kissel grabs the rebound.
We talked about the conference races, but this is an even more important game for Crestview with the RPI. A win tonight could lock them up at the number 3 spot.
Kissel, another good look. Too strong. Rebound yanked down by Keith.
Oh, what a Euro.
Oh, Hipp off the rim, no. Drew Spoor the rebound, and then an immediate tie-up. Now they miss at close range. Drew Spoor doing what he does best, work on the glass. A baseline inbound here. Hipp will trigger the play. 4:54 to go. Bounces it into Keith. Back to the basket. Now, nice big-to-big pass. Tyler Cooper with the finish, his 4th point. 35-29, 6-0 run to start the third quarter. Crestview looking for their first bucket. Wells pulls up. It's Durbin down low, muscles it up and in. He got it over Cooper somehow. 7 for Durbin. Entry pass, and again, that nice post player tandem. Cooper gets the feed again and finishes for his 6th point.
Scoring starting to pick up.
37-31, you're exactly right, Travis. That's Durbin off the glass, and Goon misfires. Hayden Keith grabs another rebound. Tobias for 3. Goon the long rebound. Here they come. Crestview on the attack.
Crestview only 2 points so far in the quarter, but it's not like they're getting open looks. They have been, just like this. Finally a hit.
That one rattles home for Drew Spoor, and he has 9 points. 37-34. Western Reserve leading by 3 on the road, and some aggressive defense elicits a whistle, and Drew Spoor picks up the foul.
Just a hustle foul, I like to call that. Trying to close out, go for the steal, just a little bit too late there, but not after hitting a huge 3 to kind of settle Crestview down. A couple buckets now got them back in this, only down 3.
This is Cooper Rowe back in. He had 11 in the first half. Number 10 in blue. Goodwin in as well. This is Tyler Cooper, the sophomore post player. Nice feed inside. Ooh. Keith misses. Point blank range, and Goon gets the payoff with the rebound. That's Wells up and in. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
I was just about to say you have to make those buckets on the other end when you have the open look, and instead it's a possible 5-point swing here and a tie game if this free throw is made.
Daniel Wells with 10. The foul goes against Evan Goodwin. Spherion free throw line, and he nails it. Wells up to 11 to lead the Cougar cause. And guess what? We're tied at 37. We're tied at 29 at the break. 3-point play ties it up. Cooper for Western Reserve uses up the dribble. Hipp. Nice crossover. Takes the contact, can't knock it in off the glass, but he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
I mean, look at this cross right here. I mean, just, they put him on skates. Nothing you can do about that.
So Max Durbin picks up his first foul, team foul number 4 against Crestview. 2:38 to go, third quarter. Left it short there. Durbin with one more, make it Hipp with one more shot. He has 8 points on the night. Second shot good. So Hipp with 9. 38-37. Cougars find Durbin. He drives. Now Wells. Little pull up. Hipp skies for the board. They advance the ball very quickly. Shot not there for Goodwin. Goon another rebound. He's not scored yet in the third quarter, but has 3 boards, and Wells again attacking the rim, Travis, and he draws the contact.
Yeah, it was a bump. You're going to see all ball there on Hipp, but it wasn't him who committed the foul. It was actually Rowe before that, and it'll lead to free throws.
Wells collects his 12th. .38 apiece. That one hits some iron and drops through. 39-38, the lead swings back to Crestview at the 2-minute mark, third quarter.
Both these teams love the fast break and transition. Not many opportunities on either end here tonight. Both teams, good job getting back and defensively.
Jumper on the way off the mark for Cooper. Long rebound, and it is Durbin to wrestle it away. That's Spoor left open, pocket 3, perfect. Drew Spoor hits his second 3 of the third quarter, and a timeout taken by Western Reserve. Spoor gets a big high five from Ben McClay. He makes it 42-39. They did not get to Spoor to close him out. He had a good look, and he knocks it down. Yeah. 12 for Spoor now, 13 for Wells. Slow start to the third quarter, but the Cougars making up for lost time.
Yeah, they're on a 8-0 run here currently after that 6-0 Western Reserve start. Now, again, back and forth on the runs. Can Western Reserve sustain this? This is a good timeout by Coach Sheldon, seeing that Crestview has all that momentum back. Calm your players down, get a good set, try and get a bucket here, and get back to where we've been.
Each team with 3 timeouts left. And it is Western Reserve ball. They'll run a patient set here. 1:27 to go, third quarter. Western Reserve and Crestview in Firelands action. Pretty good play called there. Tyler Cooper takes it right to the bucket. He has 8 points off the bench.
Call that a coach's timeout right there. Get that momentum back, and like I said, they got the big bucket.
42-40. Daniel Wells, number 2 in white. He's been outstanding in the third quarter. This is Kissel. Wells for 3, jackpot. 16 for Daniel Wells, 8 of those here in the third quarter. Crestview with a 5-point advantage. Cooper Rowe in the corner. Nice move on the baseline, and he dishes it off to Keith. He finishes for 8. Give Rowe the assist, maybe the dime of the night.
Yeah, that was in so much traffic, and he still threaded the needle.
22 seconds left, third quarter. Crestview with the ball and a 3-point lead. Kissel terminated the dribble. Now Spoor comes to help out. 10 to go. It's Drew Spoor drawing contact. Cooper I think we'll get the foul. That's his second. 8 seconds left. Drew Sport to the line.
And that was, again, he's jumped straight up and down. I don't think they're going to call the foul, but again, he turned his body. You turn, any bit of your body turns when you make contact. The referee, it's an easy call for him to get Crestview to the line.
Spore misfires on the first. I think Tobias just checked back in, and Goodwin got a breather. They miss them both. Rebound to Cooper. 5 to go in the quarter. There's time for Hipp. He will give it up. Jump shot on the way. Not there for Hayden Tobias. And we come to the end of 3. Crestview with a surge in the second half of the third quarter. They lead it 45-42. The all-important fourth quarter is next. You're watching high school basketball on the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Mr. Wilson, it is time to introduce you to what we call the fourth quarter. We like to call it money time. It's where checks are cashed, go to the ATM, get some big money out. It's where games are won, especially when it's close like this.
Well, and both of these teams have the talent to come up big in fourth quarter situations now. They're coming off games where Crestview prevailed on a last-second shot by Goon, while Western Reserve fell in overtime at St. Paul. So they're embroiled in a one-possession game here as we start the fourth quarter. Drew Spore gives it up to Wells. This is Durbin through traffic, had it stripped away. All of our instant replays brought to you by the Crestview Athletic Booster Club.
What's even more important about this game, other than the conference, tonight's the last night you have games before the RPI locks. Seeds will be locked after tonight's games. So a win here by either team could be the difference between a higher seed by a spot or dropping a couple places.
This is Durbin up top. There's Goon. Turns around, sinks the shot. The senior. Silky smooth right there. 8 points for Karter Goon. 47-42. The ball to Cooper. Backs down on Spore and scores with the left hand. 10 for Tyler Cooper. He's been outstanding off the bench.
Especially in one-on-ones, he's just making it look so easy. It's when he gets double-teamed is when he has to really fight for that bucket.
That one up and good. Crestview keeps the pressure on. Well, they the whistle.
Delay a game warning?
Probably. I think that's probably what happened.
We'll see what it is right here. Oh, yeah. Goon, after it went through, grabbed it and put it back up and in. Just making sure it went through the first time. Gonna get a warning for it, though.
6:35 to go. Got a 49-44 lead. That's Hipp. He got to the rim, hit the floor hard. He's hauling himself up. Hipp with 11 points. Jumper on the way, right side short. Long rebound comes out to Rowe. 49-46. See if Hipp gives it up here or if he tries to create something. He will do the latter. It was stripped away from behind, taken away by Crestview. Here's Goon. Out of Durbin. Kissel blocked. Cooper with the rejection. Wood came up with the ball after the block, and now Cooper misfires. Boy, he had a point-blank look.
He did.
Kissel grabs the rebound.
Great defense, though, by Western on that time. See what happens when you just go straight up and down. They won't call the foul on you. Instead, you get the rejection.
Wells gave it up. Jumper on the way. Durbin short. And the rebound to Cooper. Western Reserve with a chance to tie with a 3. Hipp will go for 2 there. Miss it. Rebound to Wells. Case in point right there. Staying vertical. And now a foul called. A big collision between Goon and Hipp. They help each other up.
And again, a hand check. He had his hands around the waist for a second. The referee saw it.
It's like Tobias picks up the foul. That is his 3rd foul. 5:12 to go here. Travis, still anybody's ball game. 49-46.
Yeah, this is very entertaining here.
Dangerous pass into Goon. He feeds right side. Durbin's 3 won't go. Hipp clears. Keith thought about the 3, thinks better of it. Every possession critical right now. This kind of has the feel of a tournament game.
What a flex cut.
Wonderful job by Tobias, just hanging in the air. Knocks it in off the glass for his 4th point.
My high school coach, Tom Wise, would be grinning ear to ear on that flex cut. Got the screen. I mean, beautifully executed for 2.
1-point game. Durbin's going to get called on a push-off.
Offensive foul.
That was Hipp drawing the charge. We'll see it again right here. A little bit of a right shoulder into the chest of Hipp.
And that kind of out of control, too. You saw the rug kind of got lifted or yanked out from below him as the defender tried backing up, and he fell into him.
Nice pass right into the middle of that zone. Keith will kick it out. Jumper on the way. Tobias, he's feeling it. Back-to-back buckets. That one for a 3 from Hayden Tobias. A 27% three-point shooter, and he gives Western Reserve a 2-point lead, 51-49.
7-0 run.
That's Goon posting up. Turns around, sinks the shot. He has double figures now with 10.
This is so fun.
51-51. Cooper Rowe, he was hot in the first half. This is Chase Hipp.
Yeah, Crestview's done a good job guarding him at the arc since that.
Rowe misfires from distance. It's Hayden Keith, and he just shovels a pass after a rebound over to Tyler Wood. That's his first field goal. He has 3 points. 53-51, Western Reserve. Off the market, a nice offensive rebound by Durbin. Lost it off the dribble. They dive on the floor for it, and I think they got a timeout.
Yeah.
Western Reserve got the steal. And Chris Sheldon quickly asked for the timeout. They'll have 2 left. 2-point lead. Western Reserve with the hustle play. They have possession.
Yeah, here is a look at it again, just the end of it. The quick dish. But every time one team makes a run, the other just answers right back at you.
Tournament draws will start on Sunday. I think it goes into the first of the week for some of the upper divisions. But it's a big game for Crestview, as Travis alluded to. They're hoping to grab a 3 seed for their sectional district draw. We'll see how it all plays out here. 3:02 to go.
Especially with the number 1 team in that district being the Colonel Crawford Eagles. 2 districts. They can go away from Crawford if they play that 2 or 3 seed. And they're confident they can play with anybody else in that district.
This is Cooper. Backs in on Spoor. Pump fakes. Puts it up and missed it. But he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Drew Spoor.
Just the ball fake.
Cooper is a handful down low on the post. And he's a young man that still showcases some good post moves. Kind of a lost art in the upper levels. Shot up and good. (54-51). Critical free throw here, trying to make it a two-possession game for Western Reserve here on the road. And he rattles that one in. 12 for him. 55-51. Western Reserve down by 4. Durbin. He will drive toward the hoop. Off the glass. No, and the rebound to Durbin himself, and had it blocked out of bounds. Cooper.
He got a lucky break getting it back to him, but then just got up in the air and didn't know what to do. Thankfully bailed out with the block.
9 rebounds on the night for Durbin. He's got it in his hands right now. Goon backs down. Puts it off the glass and in. He had 3 Roughriders on him. Goon with a dozen. Clutch bucket there. It's a 2-point game.
I don't know how he got to the bucket there. Like you said, 3 defenders closely guarding him, and he still was able to spin and get the bucket.
Hipp turns on the accelerator. 13 for Chase Hipp. One haymaker after another here. 57-53, Western Reserve. We've eclipsed the 2-minute mark. And a reach-in foul at the other end. I believe that goes against Hayden Tobias. Western Reserve with fouls to give, although that's his 4th. Only their 2nd foul of the quarter.
Yeah, both teams 2 fouls in the quarter. Crestview 3 timeouts, Western Reserve only 2. And the Roughriders with that possession arrow as well. So things looking up for Sheldon's squad right now, but they need stops.
Carson Keener in the game for Crestview. Right now, Hayden Keith is guarding Karter Goon. Keener out front. We have a minute and a half to go, and Ben McClay will call a timeout. Good defense being played there by Western Reserve. The Cougars will strategize. They will have 2 timeouts left. Daniel Wells, 16, leading the way for Crestview. And a key that we talked about early, Travis, balanced scoring for Western Reserve. You've got Cooper with 12. Hipp has poured in 13. You've got 7 from Tobias, 8 for Keith.
Yeah.
Other guys have showed up.
Yeah, but back and forth, too. It's been Goon versus Hipp here. As of late, your two main scorers, the 2 guys you want to have the ball in your hands, going back and forth with each other right now. Every time Crestview scores, though, Hipp gets an answer, and it stays a 2-possession game with 89 seconds left in regulation. Could we see another final shot at the buzzer like we did at Plymouth?
We could be coming down to the wire, no question about it. Again, Crestview here tomorrow night against Mansfield Christian. You can see that game on OH.REPORT. Western Reserve will be at home against Edison. That'll be a 7:30 varsity game over at Western Reserve. Here's the inbound near half court. They'll go into the backcourt to Wells. The senior guard gives it to Goon. He'll bring it back into front court. There's the handoff to Spoor. Wells for 3, way out front. Long rebound, grabbed by Tobias. Key board right there with 1:12 to go. 4-point lead for Western Reserve. They have the ball. It's Hipp going all the way to the 10. Oh, got fouled. He hit the padding. Shot would not go in. It hung on the iron. Durbin on the foul. Well, look how close this was to a possible 3-point play. 3rd team foul against Crestview. The shot good. Chase Hipp, 14 on the night.
That was
he had
nearly
19, Travis, in their loss against St. Paul. He misses. Hayden Keith, offensive rebound. plays it back out to Hipp, and now Durbin fouls. Trying to preserve time now. 58 seconds left. That is not a shooting foul yet, only their fourth. They'll get it into Hipp. And they will commit the foul. Durbin, number 4 on the night, and Hipp will go to the line for 2 shots. 55 ticks left. It is a 5-point. The clock is running right now. Several seconds went off the clock. I don't know if they're going to hold up Hipp here. Now they blow the whistle. I think they're going to have to try to put some time back on. Hipp at the line for 2 shots. It is 58-53. I think they got to probably go back to around 55 or so there. Let's see what they land on as far as the exact number. Durbin leaves. In fact, that was his 5th.
Yeah, looking up at the board, has 5 for him.
He had to commit some fouls there. He was the guy in the neighborhood, had to foul to stop the clock. You're going to see Caden Kissel check in. They go to 55. Chase Hipp, the senior, is a 69.5% foul shooter, and another stoppage.
I think we're good now.
First one is good. 15 for Hipp. 59-53. He hits this one here, Travis. That could just about seal it. The shot good. 16. Ben McClay wants a 30-second timeout. Coming up a little bit later on our post-game show, we'll have our Player of the Game interview. Our MVP sponsor is Kissel's Landscaping, Spraying, and Painting. Western Reserve 9-8, 7-5 in the Firelands. Trying to come in here and sneak out with a win and even up the season series.
Western Reserve, this could be a big win for them in the RPI. Move them up a couple spots because they're in that district with Margaretta and Willard. 2 very, very tough teams. And on the other end, Crestview, they could drop to 4 in their draw that has Colonel Crawford, Seneca East at the top 2. So we'll just have to wait and see after everything gets put in tonight where that will stand. But both these teams, though, seem like they're primed for tournament action.
Yeah, both have played excellent games this evening. Crestview has to be in a hurry. Wells lobs it over to Spohr. Left side 3, too strong, and the rebound to Dobias, and he is fouled in the backcourt. Fouled by Kissel. Dobias has grabbed some big rebounds late here in the 4th quarter. He also hit a huge 3. So he'll go to the line here as they continue to try to ice it. 40 seconds on the clock. 60-53, Western Reserve. That shot is up and good. They've taken care of the ball, Travis. That was Chris Sheldon's concern after the St. Paul game. They had some late turnovers in overtime, and Crestview has just not been able to force those types of miscues late off the mark.
Well, they're going to talk about this.
I think it's going to stay with Western Reserve after the miss. Out of bounds, off of Crestview.
That hurts. That's a dagger.
And Tobias now with 8 in the game.
Just looking at the scoreboard, 14, 12, 11, 8, 8. That's the 5 players on the floor for Western Reserve.
Yeah, and I have Hipp for 16. They have him for 14 on the board. But your point is well taken, Travis. 3 double-figure scores. That's Hipp getting some help from the supporting cast.
Yeah, and you can do that, especially in tournament play. And Who knows?
Cooper Rowe misfires. He has 12 on the night.
I mean, we look at Perry last year, making it to the D2 championship with, I believe, they went into the tournament with an under 500 record, and they made it to the state championship game. It's about getting hot at the right time.
Wells plays it out to Goon. Wells, long three-pointer, good, and Ben McClay asked for a timeout with 23 seconds left. What a timely, nothing but nylon three for Wells.
Yeah, but is it too little, too late? Still down 6.
He's got 19. That stopped another one of those runs, Travis. It was 7-0. Take a look at those standings one more time. 62-56. We've got a 2-possession game. A lot can happen in 23 seconds, but again, you talk about a meat grinder of a conference. This guy's just heating up on each other all through this season. You see they've managed to stay over 500, but Monroeville and Plymouth, the class of the league.
Yeah.
Monroeville with a game against Mapleton tonight. They'll likely win that game. And Plymouth waiting in the wings for Western Reserve next Friday.
After this game,
already back on the court, so they're ready to go.
After this game, it's really a matter of, are we going to have a split, or is Monroeville going to take this championship? I say that just looking at the schedule, you never know what can happen, but it looks like after tonight, that's going to be the case. Who's going to take it? Is it going to be one, or is it going to be two?
Cooper will inbound, full court pressure. He can run the baseline. Got it into the guy they wanted to have the ball. That's Hipp. They got Sporer on the foul. I have that for 4 on him.
Yep.
20 ticks left. If you're Crestview, you have to hope for a miss here. That's
both.
Me playing Captain Obvious there. The shot is good. So Hipp calmly knocks it down. Makes it a 63-56 lead. Puts it back into a 3-possession situation. That one's good. 18 for Chase Hipp. 64-56. Wells, no. Rebound, Goon. Keener for 3, rattles out. Sporer, the rebound, knocked away from him. It's up for grabs. Players hit the deck. It'll be Western Reserve ball. It's thrown up to Cooper. He cannot throw it in. And that runs out the time. It is official from Crestview, where Western Reserve will capture a 64-56 final over the Crestview Cougars. Handshakes at midcourt, an 8-point victory on the road for Western Reserve, maybe one of their biggest wins of the year.
Yeah, it's a good win, especially after a couple really close, tough losses. You most likely eliminate the Cougars from conference championship contention, and you get one more win right before the draw.
All right, we'll take a timeout here. More to come from Crestview. We'll check the scoring numbers and the stats, and our player of the game interview is also coming your way next. Congratulations to the Roughriders. 64-56 your final, and we'll be back on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut. Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into them, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach. Do it again. Again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again.
Baroni, get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, coach.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school basketball on the OH Report. Time for our MVP of the ball game, brought to you by Kissel's Landscaping, Spraying, and Painting. Contact Kissel's Lawn Care for all of your snow plowing, spray, painting, lawn care needs. They'll take care of it all. You see Tyler Cooper right there, the 6'4" sophomore for Western Reserve. They win it tonight over Crestview by a score of 64-56. Tyler, 12 points for you. It was a physical ball game from start to finish. You did a lot of great work inside. Just give us an idea of how physical it was.
I knew going into it was going to be physical. It always is. But at the end of the day, you just got to be a dog in there, you know. Just got to go up strong. I knew I had a size mismatch. I knew I was going to have a good game.
Well, it was obvious from the get-go that Crestview was going to try and attack the rim and get downhill, and you guys seemed to be ready for that. Was that part of the game plan as far as what you were looking for?
We practiced all week. That's what they beat us on last time, you know.
You guys had some nice big-to-big passing tonight. Hayden Keith and yourself, close-range passing. You guys probably got 3 or 4 layups out of that. That had to feel great to execute that way.
Yeah, we've been working on it. Getting into the low post, make sure, you know, always have the extra look.
Tyler, you're kind of an old school post guy. You still got the moves. You don't see a whole lot of that kind of play at any level of basketball anymore, but it's a beautiful thing when it works. Do you spend a lot of time working on moves right there on the block?
Almost all summer in AAU. I always try new things. If it works, it works.
This was a huge win for you guys. It evens the scales in your season series with Crestview, but just talk about the effort tonight roster-wide to come in here on hostile territory and get the W.
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, just taking a W in the Firelands Conference alone takes a lot. And I think with our guys, we can go a long way.
Tyler, you guys are coming off an overtime loss against St. Paul. I know Coach Sheldon was talking about late game execution. You guys had a few turnovers late in that game. It proved costly. Tonight, I would say the last certainly half of the fourth quarter, you guys were spotless as far as taking care of the ball. I know that was a focus, but how did you do it?
I mean, Coach Sheldon, you know Coach Sheldon, he's going to get onto us. and we're going to make sure we don't make the same mistake again. That was really going to cost us that game. We should have won it.
Ball security. I'm sure the coach talks about that all the time. You hear it in your sleep, but executing it is a different story, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I take care of the rock. I mean.
Chase Hipp, 18 points tonight, but we talked about it before the game, Tyler. He needs the supporting cast to help out offensively, and you guys did that tonight. I thought he did a nice job of sharing the ball, getting other people involved, and you guys responded, but I'm sure you feel you're a tougher team to beat when everybody's contributing, right?
Yeah, if we're sharing the ball, we're pretty unbeatable, honestly, if we share the ball the right way.
All right, great job tonight, Tyler. We had you for 12.6 rebounds, also had a big block shot. You're on the OH report right now. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Just my parents and, of course, Coach Sheldon, and then my lovely girlfriend, Nevaeh.
All right. I think you got everybody. You get a little prize as well, our MVP Valentine's package. That is Tyler Cooper. He is our Kissel's Landscaping Player of the Game.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
We are back on our post-game show presented by Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Firelands Conference getting a little more interesting after this win tonight for Western Reserve, 64-56 over the Crestview Cougars. 18 for Chase Hipp, 12 for Tyler Cooper, 12 for Cooper Rowe. Those were the three double-figure scorers. They also had great contributions from Hayden Keith, who had 8 points and a number of rebounds. Hayden Tobias, he finished with 8 points. Tyler Wood, 3. Evan Goodwin, 3. But they did yeoman's work on the glass all night. Crestview, Daniel Wells, 19 points. Played his heart out tonight. Karter Goon held to 12, although I think he played a terrific game tonight, oftentimes matched up on Hipp himself. 12 for Drew Spoor. They were the double-figure scorers for Crestview. Caden Kissel had 5 to help out tonight. But Travis Berardi, some final thoughts. We get a look at your post-game stats.
It was just the Roughriders were just able to take it to the hole and score when they needed to. They got a run late, and they were able to just continue to answer. Every time Crestview scored, they were able to answer inside, and then it just turned into free throws late. Crestview relied on the three a little bit too much in that fourth quarter and were unable to hit enough to get the win. And Western Reserve feeling good here as we head into the draw on Sunday.
There's your quarter-by-quarter scoring. But, we talked to Tyler Cooper about taking care of the basketball. I think maybe 2 to 3 turnovers in the second half for Western Reserve. I think they really nailed it down. That really swung the ball game in their favor.
Absolutely. Anytime you limit turnovers, it gets your possession number up, and it gives you more chances of going on a run, and that's what they did. They turned over Crestview a couple times in a row there late, got scores out of that, and controlled the pace the rest of the way.
All right, Travis, great working with you as always. Amazing work on our production and color commentary. We always appreciate it. Looking forward to the next time, partner.
Oh, absolutely. Looking forward to that. And this is the best time of the year. Girls tournaments start next week. Boys regular season finishes, and then it's the run to Dayton.
Great time of year for high school hoops. We'll have it for you right here. Special thanks as well, and a job well done by our camera operator, Desmond Lawrence. For Travis Berardi now, David Wilson saying goodbye from Crestview High School. We hope you enjoyed our coverage of high school hoops. Congratulations again to the Western Reserve Roughriders. as they come out on top over the Crestview Cougars on our Simonson Construction scoreboard, 64-56. This has been a presentation of high school basketball on the OH Report.